it's kind of like in your mind, you're preparing for an encounter with this person. Wow, and I'm seeing a really large spider on my ceiling at the moment. Give me a second. Hey crew, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local lightworker. Welcome to a pickacard reading in which I want to find out the details of what your person first thought about you when you encountered them. So what were they thinking when you first met, when you first saw them? What was going through your crush's mind? So this is a reading that I've been trying to put together for a couple of days now, but I accidentally cut my hand. You can see a really nasty scar over here. And I think it's very timely that I got a cut straight here, because if you have a look at my chiromancy hand, it shows Jupiter and we have here Gemini, yeah, and that's exactly where I got the cut. And we are currently under the transit of Jupiter in Gemini, and I just thought this is a sign, it's a message telling me to do something about my readings. So I decided to create two types of readings. The one that I'm doing today for you, and I'm releasing it free for the general public, is the first time they saw you. And the one that I'll be creating for my members is going to be about the last time they saw you. What was your person thinking the last time when they saw you? So feel free to become a member of this channel. In this way you support me and you get a free additional reading each week. And hopefully in this reading, it's going to complement one another in true dualistic Jupiter and Gemini style. So all this being said, let me present to you the options. They are all taken from the Secrets of the Mystic Grove Oracle deck, which is linked in the description box below, alongside with all the other decks I'm using in this reading. So for you, group 1, we have here this card. This is Sanctuary, Retreat, Heaven, Refuge, and Oasis. Now for you, group 2, we have here Beauty, yeah, Radiance, Self-Esteem, Strength. For you, group 3, we have Protection, Warrior, Safety, Acts of Kindness. And for you, group 4, this is my personal favorite, the Dreaming, Gifts, Receiving, and Dreams. You can go by colors, position, the words that are attached to these cards, the women, the vibe of the expressions of the women in these cards, whatever you want to go for. I am incredibly happy and lucky that you decided to spend time with me. I love you guys so much, and I want to give you a great big hug. Please don't worry about my cut. It is healing really well, and I'm always amazed at the body's capacity to heal us so quickly. You know, our bodies are phenomenal machines. But all this being said, thank you kindly for your support. Thank you for your memberships. Thank you for following me on Instagram, where I upload a lot of short form pick-a-card readings. I also give you book recommendations, recipes, pictures of myself and my cats. So if you are interested in that, feel free to follow me on Instagram. You can follow the link down below, and it will take you where you need to go. I also have another channel called the Eden Nearby, where I'm uploading gaming content, and I'm just preparing a new game called Agatha Knife. And also I have a third channel on astrology, so feel free to follow me there. I will be posting some clips about Neptune and Saturn in Aries coming up in the following week. So make sure to follow me there too if you feel like it, if you feel so inclined. But don't let me tell you what to do. You are your own sovereign being, so feel free to make decisions that are benefic for you. I'm just a guide. I'm just here to give you some inspiration and to help you understand what the person on your mind was thinking the first time that they saw you. See you at your pile. Hi group 1. Hello my loves. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to a pick-a-card reading in which I'll help you find the answer to the question, what was your person thinking the first time you met them? This is for those of you that were drawn to the Sanctuary card. The keywords are retreat, heaven, refuge, and oasis. So I think that immediately your person saw you as a safe space. You were somebody that was approachable, friendly. They felt like you were familiar. There are petals falling from my flower. So it could have been that they met you during a period in their life when they were going through a loss. They may have felt melancholy. They may have had to let go of something that was really important to them. Let's see the cards that you got. So we have here the Moon. I also see here the Justice card. So we have Libra, we have Pisces, the Nymph of Wands, the Two of Wands, the Empress, Taurian energy, the Ten of Swords, Witching Herbs, Nourishment, My Home is My Castle, and we have the Yellow Rose, Enthusiasm and Friendship. Well, you left a really positive first impression on them. I genuinely feel that this person thought you were friendly, optimistic. You may have had a bright smile that really warmed their day. Because I feel like your person was going through something very difficult. They may have been betrayed in the past. And they also noticed that you could have been a little bit guarded. So in spite of the fact that you had a friendly approach, a demeanor, you may have also felt a little bit like you were analyzing your person, like, should I trust you? But all in all, you seemed approachable and friendly, even though you may have had a bit of a tough backstory related to love, much like your person had. So there was this instant familiarity where you both recognized we've been hurt in love, we've been struggling, but somehow I feel safe and familiar. I feel close to you. Somehow there was this unspoken mutual intuitive understanding that you guys kind of had, in spite of the fact that your hearts could have been a bit broken at the time at which you met. I personally think that your person thought that you were very much in your divine feminine energy. You were mysterious and motherly. You seemed fair and balanced, and you were also quite generous. Maybe there was some sort of food, cooking, nourishment involved, because we also have this one here, nourishment. You may have been preparing a meal when you met this person. Some of you met this person at a dinner party, at a foodie event, a foodie festival. Maybe there was some sort of like wine tasting, cheese tasting event. You may have been invited over by a friend, a relative, a sibling to spend some time talking to people and eating good food at their place. And that's how you met your person. But they immediately thought that you were pleasant, that you were friendly, receptive, very much in your feminine energy. Most likely your person initiated conversation with you because you were a bit more passive, but not in a negative way. Like you were happy just doing your own thing, and then your person approached you. They felt that you look very beautiful when you eat. It's a weird, I know it's a weird message, but you looked very beautiful when you ate, when you cooked, when you prepared a meal. They also felt like you would do well to eat some more. I don't know, like this person was really into seeing you like nourish yourself. They may attach a certain erotic kind of energy to food and you in the same combination. I also feel that there was something quite voluptuous and healthy about you. Like your person really liked the fact that you look like you're kind of sturdy, and like you didn't look at all unhealthy or sickly, you know? This person really appreciated that. Like there was something very robust about you. You know, they really liked that. You also kind of created like an oasis of peace and quiet. Maybe there were people coming to hug you, or this person may have felt like they wanted to put like their head on your shoulder. You kind of like represent a rest place to your person, like a safe zone, their comfort area. If your person has marked you in some way, it's like, I don't know, I'm getting these kind of like weird animalistic kind of references. I'm also kind of like drooling a lot. So there is something here related to food, taste buds, kind of like lusty desires that are hard to contain. But there is also a feeling of careful exploration, and yeah, there was sexual attraction between the two of you, definitely. With the Nymph of Wands, this is a lot about feeling really pulled towards the person's physique. The body entices you, the body pulls you in. So I think that you left a really positive impression. Like, you seemed confident, you seemed calm. I think that because you were so calm, you came across as confident in the eyes of your person. You seemed approachable, a little bit guarded, but not too much. Like, it's almost like you created your own little bubble, and your person saw that. And they were at the moment in their life where they really needed some TLC. And when they saw you, that was their first impression. It's like, wow, you can really provide me with this tender, loving care that I need, yeah? They may have also felt like you reminded them of home and their mother. I feel that for most of you, those who clicked on this bio, your person has a good relationship with their mother, or they see their mother as somebody safe, somebody that they can turn to. And they associated you with this image of a very caring maternal presence. I definitely feel like you represented the hearth, the home. Yeah, Vesta energy. That was kind of like the goddess energy that you were embodying. And I'm saying the goddess energy because you did come across as very beautiful, very financially stable. Like, you looked as if you looked expensive. You looked like you had no financial care. You looked balanced, like people would come and talk to you, but they would do it respectfully. You looked like you were the hostess with the mostess. And I also feel like you looked like you've been through a couple of rough moments in life, but you weathered them well. You survived them beautifully. Like you may have also gained some money or some public prestige from all of the challenges you have been through. I'm not sure if, like, if you talk to this person about relationships, you may have confessed to this person that you have been in a significant relationship and you separated from this individual. There may have been a divorce, a talk about divorce, separation, spreading assets or sharing assets. You may have given this person some sort of legal information or legal advice. I feel like this person intuitively could trust you, although they are not the trustworthy type. Like, they are not an individual. No, I think I worded that improperly. They are not the trusting type, but they are trustworthy. Yeah, so people can place their trust in your person, but they normally don't trust so easily. So in terms of astrological signs, I see here the Venusian signs, Taurus and Libra. So again, your person thought you were gorgeous, like physically the bee's knees, okay? You stood out of all the people around you, especially if they met you as part of a gathering. You really stood out. And there was something really tempting about you because we have here the girl with the apple, but we also have the Nymph of Wands, and she has like a bare chest. I need to cover it up. But yeah, you see, it's like you really made this person stand, if you know what I mean. And it's kind of like they were in a period in which they may have carefully dated. This is not a risk-prone individual. They were checking some relationships out, but they weren't happy about the fact that they were single and needed to mingle. So that's why when they saw you, it's like, oh, finally, I can maybe settle with this person. This person seems nourishing. They seem maternal. They seem magical in all the best ways. And they also seemed as if your person actually placed some trust in you that you would be able to help them regain their confidence after a deep betrayal. Yeah, so maybe you weren't aware of this, but when you met, your person was seeking some sort of like respite from drama, arguments. They may have had a lot of drama in a previous partnership, and they felt like you were very homey. Yeah, like you were their safe zone. Like I can come and just rest into your arms and fall asleep and feel safe, like a kid again back home, in my mother's arms or something of that nature. Yeah, it's really weird. It's a bit Freudian, I would say, because this person felt like you were giving them this motherly nourishment, but at the same time, they also felt like tempted and turned on by you. So I'm not sure what's going on here, but yeah, two things can be right at the same time. We can experience contradictory emotions, contradictory feelings. Human psychology is very complex and beautiful. So I definitely feel like you had both of these sides of yourself shining through very strongly, like the justice-based side of you that would take no BS, and the more simple and sweet and maternal, nourishing side that would just focus on what is at hand, focus on what is pragmatic, on what she has to do to make everybody feel home and safe and comforted. You were definitely a safe space to your person, yeah. And I feel that they really appreciated how you welcomed them, yeah. They really appreciated your friendliness, your receptivity and openness to a relationship, yeah. So this is what I had for you, group 1. Thank you kindly for being here. Thank you for listening, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Oh, make sure to take advantage of the 20% discount that I have running throughout the entire month of May, throughout all of my services. Just felt the need to remind you of that. Okay, I'll let you go. Bye. Group 2, hello. Welcome to your reading. I really hope you're doing well, and if you're not, I hope this reading is going to be a really useful and gentle pick-me-up. So we have here number 22, the beauty card. For those of you who are curious to find out how your person perceived you, I think that you can already tell just by choosing this card that your person thought you were gorgeous. The keywords are radiance, self-esteem, and strength. I think that your person felt like you were this kind of individual that kind of commanded the space in which you found yourself. And you could do it whether you were smiling or not. You have a sense of inner authority that gets people to respect you. I also feel like with the zesty oranges in her hair, you were a little bit kind of like sweet and sour. Like you were able to express yourself quite clearly. If you liked something, you were able to say to this person. If you didn't like it, you were like, I'm not impressed, I think that in certain cases, you can be very direct and some people can perceive you as rude. But I think that your person really appreciated this directness, this honesty. It's like, wow, it's a breath of fresh air. It's like citrus juice, it's very refreshing to see you behave in this way and speak your mind and say your truth without filter. I also feel that you're not only beautiful, but you're very pragmatic as well. It's like your beauty is not mermaid-like or foggy Neptunian. No, you're a down-to-earth individual that just happens to be very beautiful, very, like your bone structure could stand out, your skin can be glowing, you take really good care of yourself. I feel like you're a natural beauty, like you don't need to do much. And I don't think that you tweak yourself that much. It's just, you're doing the basic skincare routine, normal things to keep yourself clean and shiny and healthy. And this really pays off, right? You have this, it's just this aura of common sense, reason, but also symmetry and harmony, yeah? So your person thought you were beautiful, but you were also pragmatic. You had your feet firmly planted on the ground and you were honest, while at the same time you were kind of like melancholically romantic looking. It's really interesting combination. Okay, let's see the cards that you got. So we have here Pansy, Sweet Thoughts. Yeah, you are a great conversationalist. I think that you have the way in which you express yourself, how you choose your words, the tone of your voice, and the thoughts that you have, and the way you express them, this really pulled your person in. Like your intellect was really shining through. It wasn't just like physical beauty. This goes skin deep, you know? It was about more like how you may have quoted from a poem, or you may have said like something philosophical, and you really helped your person see themselves and their situation in a different way. And this really, really stuck with them. To the moon and back, you came across as a reliable partner, as somebody that was very balanced. I also see here, wow, poison thorn, low vibrations, number 33. But you were irritated about something. When your person met you, you were either angry or aloof. You were trying to hide this. You didn't want to like burden your person with the fact that something that happened before really irritated you. So you were trying to extract wisdom from a low vibrational situation, right? Something bad or nasty happened to you, and you were trying to reason it through and think about it as, hang on a minute, this thing that happened to me, how can it work in my favor? How can it benefit me? Let's think it through, you know? And your person really appreciated this strength of character. Like you can turn whatever toxic thing that happens to you into wisdom and into a winning situation for you, right? It's like this person didn't take advantage of me. They were a karmic teacher and they were helping me improve myself, you know, something of that nature. Number 33, I see that you have a lot of master numbers. Yeah, 22, 33. 22 is the number of union, partnership, things coming together. And 33 is the number of creativity, communication, the workings of the mind, the fruits of the mind. So you may have met your person as you were collaborating, as you were interviewing each other. There may have been a situation in which maybe you guys were talking about a podcast or working together on a creative project, or you just had to work together because you were assigned as part of a team at work. And I just think that your person really loved the way you think. Okay, let's see. We have the Four of Cups. Yeah, there was a feeling of boredom or ennui, like you were irritated or maybe a low-key angry. I also see here, but you were not expressing that. You chose to gloss over it. And that's why your beauty was a bit tinged by this kind of like feeling that you were trying to repress. I wouldn't say repressed, because you were being very honest. It's kind of like, you know, when you're having a really bad day, but you're still trying to make the best out of it, and you're not trying to project or burden the other person with your own issues. That's kind of it. I feel like you met this person on a bad day, and your person wasn't aware that you were having a bad day until later on in the conversation, because initially you wanted to present sweet thoughts and beauty, yeah? But in reality, you were hurt by somebody. Yeah, you were hurt by this individual that kind of put you in this feeling of boredom, disappointment, ennui. You see her hand is bleeding here, yeah? So for some of you, I also feel like you went on a date with another person, and then you saw this person and you realized that they're a much better fit for you than the other person. Because I see here with the roses being the ones hurting you, it's kind of like you had a toxic, low vibrational dating experience right before you met the person that you're here for. And you were trying to cover that up. You were trying to put on the face of, I still believe in love. I'm really happy that you're here. I want to get to know you, even though you were a bit jaded from the previous romantic experience, you know? Wheel of Fortune. Your person thought that they were very lucky when they've met you, and that they have met you. Jupiterian energy tells me that you guys may have met in order to do something fun. Even if it was for work, it was a fun collaboration. It was a fun assignment. I see here with the Nymph of Pentacles, This is a situation in which work was involved, definitely some sort of exchange of money, a transaction. I also see here the monarch. Oh, your person thought you were amazing, honestly. Like, the way you were able to transform something negative in something positive just completely left them, you know. With the monarch here, you have this leader-like energy. Like, people tend to follow you. You are like a little bit of a low-key role model for the people around you. 10 of Cups, they were so happy that they met you. You made them very happy. It was a really successful first encounter, first date. Your person felt good. They felt happy. They felt optimistic. They felt like the situation has potential and like you guys could work at things and really have something solid here, something real. Yeah. Your person may have also given you the feeling that they are quite excitable around you, or that, you know, it's like they were smiling maybe more, and that helped to put you in a good mood. Maybe they wanted to do something to cheer you up, because in spite of the fact that you are very beautiful, there was a sort of melancholy, right? I feel like it's hard for you to hide what you really feel. You may be able to put things into words in a very beautiful way, yeah, but it's hard for you to change your expression on your face. Like, you could say certain things that are in contradiction to how you look, right? You could look very sad, but the words that you're saying are empowering and optimistic. And your person saw this contrast and they were trying to cheer you up. They were trying to make you laugh. Maybe they were trying to crack some bad jokes and maybe hopefully put a smile on your face. Or they were trying to do certain things together with you that will get your mind off of what you were thinking about. They were trying to distract you in a pleasant and emotionally fulfilling way. Maybe they were trying to hug you. They may have tried to kiss you, or you guys kissed and it felt really good. Your person felt that you were very sensual, yeah. We see Jupiter here again. So you guys could have some really compatible Jupiterian placements, which make you great friends, great teachers. Yeah, I definitely feel like your person felt like you have this commanding capacity and you could be really intimidating, but at the same time, with them, you were actually quite sweet and you were able to make your person feel relaxed enough to get you into a funny mood, to crack some jokes, to lighten the atmosphere. Because you do have this side and you can be quite cold and harsh and intimidating, especially in certain days when it's hard for you to be wise. You know, we all have those days. Don't worry, there's no judgment here. But it's like with your person, you have this Jupiterian vibe. Like, no matter how difficult your day is, they kind of put a smile on your face just by contacting you, just by sending you something. Yeah, and you really bring zest and freshness into your person's life. You're really like no one that they have met yet. And I have to tell you, in case you were wondering, you really do make this person very happy. They feel fulfilled. And I feel like they have developed feelings for you. They are strongly affectionate, if not already in love with you. Yeah, with the 10 of Cups here. This person's cups are all overflowing. Some drinks may have been involved as well during your first meeting. And your person was really happy to see how you hold down your drink. Impressive, yeah? Okay, so this is what I have for you, Group 2. Thank you kindly for listening. Before you go, just remember that throughout the entire month of May 2025, I'm running a discount. You can get 20% off on all of my services. There's just 1 week left of this month, so please take advantage of this beautiful offer. Thank you, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Ciao. Hey Group 3, hello darlings. I hope you're doing well. Welcome to your pick a card reading, and this is for those of you that were drawn to the protection card. Let's find out what your person was thinking the first time they saw you. So we already see here warrior, safety, and acts of kindness. They thought you were really brave, like you were doing something or saying something that required a lot of courage, and your person was really turned on. I mean, you really stood out from the crowd through your sheer presence, your energy. It may have been a day when maybe you weren't looking your best, but energetically, you were peak, you were top, you were like, ferocious. There was something incredibly powerful about you, and your person was so pulled into that magnetism. You may have defended the weak, or you were lobbying for a specific case. You may have done a random act of kindness, and your person noticed this, and it's like, wow, that's really sweet, whatever you were doing, your person wanted to join your cause. They wanted to pledge something for you. You just impressed them with your sheer willfulness. But willfulness, sometimes gets a negative connotation. In your case, it was more like persistence, sheer determination to succeed at something that you believe was right. Let's see the other cards that you got. Oh, honeysuckle. I actually have a little bit of honeysuckle here on my table. It is profusely abundant in nature at the moment. And I cannot tell you how beautifully it smells. It's just divine. I love honeysuckles, especially in a city, like in a capital, like Bucharest, where I live. It can be very stinky. So in May, when all of the roses are blooming and there's so much honeysuckle everywhere, I love it because it perfumes the streets, It covers the stench of the streets temporarily. So I see here domestic happiness and devoted affection. That's interesting because it's a bit of a contradictory energy to the protection card. Oh, sunny day. You could have met this person on a Sunday or during a moment when it was really hot outside, during a heat wave. I also see here the spirits, respecting spirit. You may have also met this person during a holiday. It could have been a situation where you were feeling safe, protected, like you weren't supposed to be doing much. Maybe you were on a holiday, maybe it was the weekend, and you were taking some time off. But something happened and you had to intervene. You had to take a stand and defend somebody. And you see, your person sees you as a protector, a defender of the people, somebody incredibly kind, somebody that will stand by their side during difficult times, yeah? They see you as well as protected by unseen forces. I think you are spiritual or religious. You believe in God, you believe in a higher power, and that's why you tend to treat people with a lot of respect, especially those people that find it hard to respect themselves or to treat themselves with a lot of love and care. You sometimes do that for them, yeah? You're very responsible, both for yourself and for the people around you. And you take on responsibility gladly. You may have gorgeous eyes, like they're very clear and they're very determined. Your eyes are like, because they are the portals to our souls, they show this very fierce soul that you have. It's like you radiate this beautiful light. Your person may have felt like your eyes were very powerful, like, I don't know how to describe it, but sometimes I've met people, I had some friends, that when you looked at them, it's like they were glimmering. I don't know how to describe it. It's like they had this beautiful energy, this fairy-like energy. And it's like they were glistening, they were glimmering. It's like they were smiling, smiling with their eyes. And it just made them feel very youthful and very lighthearted. Now, I don't think you were necessarily lighthearted during the day when you met this person. There was something just very soulful about you, very protective, very much on like fighting other people's battles, I feel. Almost like you were an advocate of the people, a defender of the people. Let's see the other cards. Yeah, look, the sun. So again, another indicator that you may have met this person in the summertime, on a holiday, or during a Sunday. And the sun speaks about Leo energy. So it's like fiercely protective, loyal energy that hates injustices, yeah? We have 5 of Swords. You may have been engaged in an argument. I'm not exactly sure if you argued with your person on the day when you guys met. I feel like you may have argued with somebody else. And there could have been something here with legs. Maybe you were kicking or you were wearing some shoes that were uncomfortable. or you kicked with your foot something. Maybe football was involved, or another game that involved you kicking. We have here the Three of Pentacles, workplace collaboration, but also feeling like you could build together something stable. Nine of Pentacles, your person thought that you were very much in your self-worth and your self-respect. Like nobody can buy you off, you know. It's like, I make my own money, thank you very much, you know, and I get to spend it however I please. Maybe there was somebody criticizing you for giving money to the poor, and I think you clapped back at them, you know. I see here the King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, an older individual. To me, the King of Cups represents the image of a counselor, a therapist, yeah. It can often be also a father figure. Give me a second, I want to see the final card. We have here the Eight of Swords. You may have gone through a certain realization in the day when you met your person. It's like you realized a person that you trusted was not really who they thought, who you thought they were, or who they said that they were. You may have realized that somebody close to you, maybe even a father figure, maybe your therapist, was lying to you, stringing you along with something. Right? Because the Eight of Swords is the card of I'm being gaslit, I'm being told sweet lies. And I see this King of Cups right next to it. So although you are a person of great self-worth and self-respect, and you are a person that is financially stable, it could be that somebody was trying to kind of swindle you when you met your person. And your person noticed how you realized this and how it affected you, but you somehow managed to counteract this energy. Like you may have had an argument with a man who was in some way involved with you, and this man was lying to you, and you, again, you talked back, you clapped back, you made this person know that I'm on to you, I know you are lying, I know that this is a deceitful situation and I'm not going to put up with it, yeah? You're very much in this prideful energy, but it was a pride that was justified. Like you really were spot on, you know? You noticed the liar, you called this person out, and even though the situation was really uncomfortable and messy, at least you felt good because you did what was right, yeah? You are an individual that is actually really sweet, but you also have this protective, defensive, warrior side to you, yeah? So it's like you won't allow people to treat you with disrespect. And many people have tried, yeah? People have tried to use kind, sweet words and try to get you to do certain things you're not comfortable doing. But that's when your warrior side comes out, and that's when this Nine of Pentacles gets activated, and you're like, you cannot treat me like this, you know? I am as valuable as you are. I know my worth, and this is not how you should treat me. This is not how you should talk to me, yeah? So I feel like you have the capacity to put people in their place if you feel disrespected or if you feel something fishy is happening. I also feel that you are quite lucky because you are blessed by ancestors, by spirits, by beings from the world beyond the veil. And it's kind of like, you see, we have the sun, we have oh sunny day. It's like you will always come on top. Yeah, no matter how many setbacks to your confidence you may have gone through, you always come on top. You're always the lucky one, the winner, the one that comes out not as badly bruised from a situation. Like even if people take advantage, even if people want to steal from you, you still come out of a situation and people still like you. You still have your money intact. There is a sense of I can rebuild, I can recreate, I can recover very easily. And your person sees that and they really admire that. Now, I'm not sure if this King of Cups could represent your person. So this would only be applicable if you're thinking about a man that is slightly older than you, and so somebody heavily in their masculine energy, somebody who may be a bit secretive with the information that they have, like they are keeping a lot of things for themselves, they're playing their cards close to the chest, and this person may have a sun in either Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So this individual could be a water sign, somebody who sometimes allows their emotion to get the best of them. But you're able to see things very clearly. I think that there is something incredibly pragmatic about you, because we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you managed as well, because you have such a good sense of self-esteem. You managed to earn in a short period of time quite a lot of money. Yeah, you may have gone viral, or at work you switched one job place for something much better paid, something commensurate to your skills and expertise. And because of this, you may have a lot of people who are trying to tell you lies to get you to pay them more money than it is owed. And they may be doing it as well in a romantic way, like maybe some romantic con artists, you know, may have tried to get you involved with them. Maybe some men who want you to be their sugar mama, you know, or like sugar daddy, depending. Most of my viewers are female. But all in all, I feel like you rise above these petty things, you know. You rise above the envy, the comparisons, and you are able to create a sense of fulfillment and happiness. And I feel that with your loved ones, you're very generous, very fun, very playful. Yeah. But with people who are just trying to enter into your life without, you know, with their boots on, without being polite or kind, you're not taking any crap from these people. You're like, you know, in your place right now. Just walk away now. This warrior kind of energy gets activated, and you're like, don't mess with me, okay? Don't try me, because you will end up being the one hurt. Yeah. So wow, what a fierce energy. Group 3, you're giving me life, okay? I really hope that this reading helped you in some way. Thank you kindly for hanging out with me and for listening. I need to remind you that I have a sale going on throughout the entire month of May 2025. You can get any of my services for 20% off, okay? So take advantage of this. There's only 1 week left. Make sure that you keep this in mind. And yeah, I cannot wait to see my next one. Hey Group 4, hello darlings. I'm so happy to have you here with me. Welcome. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the dreaming card, yeah? The keywords here are gifts, receiving, and dreams. So let's find out what your person first thought when they met you. For some of you, you have yet to meet this person. This person appears to you in your dreams, and you may have actually had your first encounter on the astral plane, right? So while you were sleeping, you encountered this individual, and I feel like you know that this person is your twin flame, your soulmate. Okay, so your reading was interrupted by a spider on my ceiling. I managed to get rid of it. The spider is usually representative of feminine energy that is repressed. I also saw this petal from my rose that dropped to the ground, and as you can see, it is almost perfectly heart-shaped. So I feel like this person loves you deeply. And I was talking about the dream world, right? And weaving this web between reality and dream, and feeling like you've recognized your soulmate on the astral plane, in the 5D, however you want to call it. So coming back to this, it's like you are trying to get comfortable with your divine feminine energy. I know that most of my viewers are female, and even if you're male, it's still an indication for you to get more in touch with that repressed feminine energy, your anima, the archetype. I do think that you may feel like in your life you're at the mercy of a lot of random surprising events, and it's hard for you to call in your soulmate, to predict how life is going to go. Yeah, there's something very magical happening in your reading. Okay, let's see the other cards that you got. So I also have here, someone has their eyes on you, prying eyes. Whoa, okay. So feeling watched We also have here iris, rainbows and messages. I also see here white rose of hope. You see there are like a lot of mystical, magical elements. I don't know, I'm kind of finding this person in the background over here a little bit creepy, almost like stalkerish. Okay, don't freak out. I also see here Iris Germanica, and Germania was the Latin name of Germany, basically. So maybe your person could be German. We have here Six of Pentacles. We also have here Queen of Coins. Sorry, Queen of Cups. Not everything is as it seems. Interesting. And we have here Eight of Wands. Things moving very fast. Four of Cups. A sense of detachment and unfulfillment. Justice, Libra energy. And the final card, Potential, the Fool, Aquarius. You definitely share a soulmate bond with this person. Some of you have not met this person yet. In reality, you've met in the realm of dreams. There is something incredibly magical about your connection. It's like even though you may not have met this person, you're dreaming of each other. You are kind of like stalking each other's dreams. Like you go to bed each night and this person appears in your dreams. And you may be feeling from time to time like you have these moments of, I kind of feel like I'm in a different world right now. And you may be feeling like you are observing your partner in a different reality, right? Like you are a fly on the wall in your lover's home and you are noticing what they're doing, but you haven't actually met in person. For those of you who have met this person, you can't stop dreaming of them. There is this feeling that you constantly want to know what they're doing. The white rose of hope promises that this is a connection that will lead towards fulfillment, marriage, family, whatever it is that you desire. I mean, I can't help but notice how this rose matches with this one in the image. And again, I want to remind you of this beautiful heart, the petal that looks almost like a heart. Yeah, look. Ah! Oh gosh, yeah, I'm not really good at holding up very frail petals, but I'm sure that you understood what I'm trying to convey here. So I do feel like your relationship could be mixed race, and there may be a taboo in your culture related to mixing races, but who cares? That has never stopped anybody falling in love, right? Love transcends class and race, you know, and gender, all of these socially constructed norms. I feel like with Iris, you know, the Iris is, first of all, it's a representative of finding a lot of blessings all of a sudden. It's like something unique. I mean, look at the way that the flower looks like, right? It's one of a kind, it's unique. And Iris was the goddess of rainbows, the goddess that promised something good after a storm. So it's kind of like after a period of trials and tribulations, you will find your way towards each other. What your person thought of you, first of all, they thought that you are very fair, very balanced, and beautiful in a cool, calm, and detached way. Your person feels like you are their beginning. You can help them begin their life again. Like there is so much creative potential inside of you. Like they just want to grab your hand and jump into the unknown and begin something new with you. The Four of Cups tells me that in spite of the fact that from time to time you could go through these moments where you may be low on confidence and self-esteem, you do have this capacity to regenerate yourself. And you're very active when the situation requires it. They feel a lot of sexual tension for you, okay? When they appear in your dreams at night, when you may be dreaming of them, yeah, I generally feel that a lot of these dreams could be erotic. Yeah, you could exchange a lot of sexual energy amongst the two of you when you communicate telepathically through the dreams. Your person definitely wants to give to you. It's like the moment that they saw you, they felt like this is an individual that knows how to receive. Like if I give you a gift, if I give you love, kisses, a sense of protection, a family, you will be very happy. And it's interesting because gifts and receiving are the keywords that we found here, yeah? There's a very strong Neptunian energy. Like there is a sense of unconditional love and forgiveness. No matter how many times you wrong me, I will still love you. There is also a religious quality to your relationship. But you have to be careful not to make each other martyrs. Like to not suffer in a specific situation, believing that it will make your life holy or better. Like love doesn't have to be painful, you know? It just is. It's something to give and to receive. Yeah. Your person feels like you are very sweet, very loving, yeah, very peaceful. Almost like the perfect girlfriend, the perfect mother to their future children. You may have been wearing something really sweet as well, like a strawberry dress or a polka dotted dress with some beautiful flower arrangements in your hair, and they thought that was really gorgeous and romantic. I see here a meeting in nature, in a park, on a blanket, on a picnic blanket, just doing low-key activities like reading, drinking lemonade, maybe even taking a dog or a cat out for a walk. Yeah, I feel like you're very much in touch with nature. I feel like you love animals and your person noticed this about you. I feel like you're very giving, you know, most of the money that you make, you give it to other people. And this in turn makes your person want to give to you because you're so kind. You should be treated in the same way with a lot of kindness and generosity. Your person sees you as somebody very pure, yeah. Like it doesn't matter if you, like they don't associate purity with sex, you know how a lot of people wrongfully attach purity to sexuality. But it's like a quality of your soul. Like they see that your soul is untainted by avarice or greed or pride, you know. It's like your soul is very childlike, very sweet, and they love that about you, you know. They wanna somehow kind of protect that and nurture it. It's really interesting because I'm not getting something, because we have the rainbows and messages, but we also have kind of like the prying eyes, the slightly stalkerish vibe. It could be that maybe you had certain people in your past that were so obsessed with you, obsessed with your fresh energy, like energetic vampires that attach themselves to you. Because I don't really feel like this is the energy of your person. This is more like the energy of people around you that want to grab at you because you are a very fair, honest individual that has this pure heart. And your person sees that, or they are about to see that. In case you haven't met them in person, you are about to meet them, okay? Very strongly. I feel like Jupiter in Cancer is going to help you reconnect with this person. In the meantime, you may be sending each other messages through birds, through dreams, through songs. You could hear a song and it may remind you of your person. But it's a very beautiful, like your person sees you as mysterious, mystical, pure, sweet. And even though you may be a little bit bored or kind of like in your own little world, this only makes you more attractive, in their eyes at least. Yeah. Really gorgeous, very creative as well. They see you as somebody creative and imaginative. Okay. That's the reading that I had for you, group 4. Thank you kindly for listening. Before you go, just a small reminder that there's only 1 week left and you can benefit from my 20% off discount across all of my services. So please take advantage of that. Links in the description box. They take you where you need to go to book a reading with me or a personal astrological report. Thank you kindly for listening. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. I'm getting a little bit tired. Thank you. See you in my next one.